Hello, my name is John Gotobed. I am here at YouTube's Winter Wonderland, and I am here with...
Hi, my name is Mitsu. I'm producer on Invisimals, and I'm from Sony XDev based in Liverpool.
And so we're going to talk a bit about Invisimals.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
tell us about the new Invisimals, because we're looking at it on the PS Vita.
Yeah, so Invisimals has been going for the last 4 years. We've released the first 3 games on the PSP, where you put your USB camera on the top and you obviously look for creatures around the real world. Now, we had a kind of like, a great opportunity to make the new Invisimals on the PlayStation Vita,
Right.
because obviously the rear camera is actually built in.
So you don't need to plug anything in anymore.
Absolutely. Now, Invisimals, this is number 4. It's called the Alliance. Is an innovative battle game using augmented reality. So what it means is, rather than kind of fighting it all out on a 3D built arena, you can actually use the real world as your game world.
Right.
So you might be in your living room, you might be on your way to school, or you might be on your way to work, you might be in grandma's kitchen, you might be in the bathtub, I don't know. But
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are, you can bring the real world to the game world. So that's one of the key things about this game.
So what's new in this game compared to the previous?
I mean, obviously we have the default improvements of graphics and physics system, and everything's have incremental, improvement. But one of the key things, could be a bit geeky on this one, but traditionally on the PSP, we needed these kind of augmented reality cards.
Yeah, little code things.
Yeah, that you put on the table. So basically, you were restricted to where you can actually play. If you didn't have the card, you couldn't play the game. But on the Vita, with the help of Sony Japan, we've been able to kind of use augmented reality gaming without the cards whatsoever.
So you're free to game anywhere. You don't need to take the card with you.
Yeah. So whether it's on a horizontal floor, so you could have gameplay on the living room floor, wherever you are, but also this technology allows us to have gameplay on vertical walls and your ceiling as well.
Which would obviously be very hard to lay an AR card down on the wall.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm like 5'4", right? I don't think I could reach the ceiling anyway.
Quite tall in here.
Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. So that's kind of one of the key things, improvements we've made on augmented reality side.
Right.
But we've had, rather than making a game on an annualized basis, we had a little bit more dev time to actually come up with all these mini games. So in total, we've got about over 350 creatures that you have to capture, and all of them have different mini games you have to do. So on the Vita, you've got things like the 6-axis gyro sensors.
Yep.
We've got the compass. We've got the accelerometer.
All sorts of things to know how you're moving the console.
Oh, absolutely. So we've kind of like semi-randomized players' movements. You can't just sit, in your living room and just like capture Invisimals. You have to physically move around looking at Invisimals, because they are absolutely everywhere.
Right.
So, it would sense that you're moving, at what distance, at what angle, etc., etc.
So it's quite an active game then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You definitely won't be sitting down. Could be a little bit weird, walking around in a bus or something like that. But this game is definitely an interactive experience.
Right. And so, what are some of the? You've got to capture these creatures. How do you find them?
Yeah. So we've got lots of layers of kind of capture criteria.
Right.
Whether it's like you have to follow a sound trail, you have to kind of walk around distance. It can also detect things like colors.
Right.
It can also detect things
so
like...
So some of them might like blue or red.
Yeah.
And you'll
yellow,
find
green,
them there.
etc., etc. Movements. It could be a little bit like an E.T. kind of Skittles moment where Invisimals would run around, your house. It leaves kind of trails of hints where they are.
Right.
So once you find them, you have to
follow the trail.
Yeah, and then capture them. Now to capture them, you've got multi kind of different types of mini games. Some of them, you have to solve puzzles. go through obstacles. Some of them you have to actually find little ingredients for you to, we have like a little kitchen game, Cooking Mama game,
right,
where you have to find different ingredients, cook a meal for them, keep them happy. We've got like a small music room where you actually, have to, use a front and rear touch to actually, stay in rhythm and, do a music piece for them. So, the game is really varied in terms of, you've got the battle side, which is really fun.
Yep.
But you also got the capture side, which, is really, really, really enjoyable.
And so looking at the Invisimals that we've got here, it looks like they grow up as you play with them, is that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've used a similar format, in that you always start with a small pup.
Right.
Now, every single creature, Invisimal, has obviously stats like XP, you get health points, attack points, etc. Now, the more battles you enter them in, they gain more, health points and XP, and they level up. Now, you start with level 1, obviously, and the next form, as they morph into, is called a cult. And
right.
the biggest one is called a max, as you see here.
So quite big and muscular, spiky, that sort of a thing.
Absolutely. In every battle you enter, you earn these in-game currency called sparks.
Right.
And then once you collect a lot of sparks, you can actually buy weapons and special moves. So before you go into the battle, you can actually equip yourself with more, eye candy, special moves, special weapons, extra health, etc., etc. Yeah.
And so that's all reflected on the character in the fight. So you'll see that piece of armor, you'll see that piece of gear that you've given them.
Yeah, and especially some of the what we call elemental moves, they are really, really eye candy as well. It's really difficult to pull it off, but if you do,
it's...
there's definitely a wow moment. And this year on Invisimals, we have a PS3 game. It's called PS3 Invisimals: The Lost Kingdom.
Right.
Now, this is a completely different game altogether. It's a 3D action adventure, much like Ratchet and Clank. But the cool things we're doing this year is we're actually allowing you to play crossplay on PS3 players on the battlefield. And we're trying to promote kind of like, team play. So you can actually, I can send my Vita character, Invisimals, to you on the PS3.
Right.
You can level them up for me, and then I can actually get the Invisimals back from you. So you actually, rank up a lot faster if I, share. I don't really like sharing.
But, you need some help.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, this game just gets deeper and deeper, every iteration we make. And this game is coming out in the UK in February 2014.
Great. Thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing more of it soon.
All right, cheers, thanks.
Thank you.